That was really fast.
Hey everybody, welcome to ZOE Game Night.
Whoa! Jazz hands.
I have people in the studio with me.
Yeah.
You can hear them but can't see them yet.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun. We're gonna play some games today like we do every single ZOE Game Night. We're gonna be playing some Savage Worlds tonight, guys.
Woo!
Yeah. And we're gonna illustrate, as we have been doing with Savage Worlds over the past few weeks, how you can go to all these different locales, places, styles of game, from what Ethan ran the other week when we were post-apocalyptic cowboys to we had a 1980s bank robbery a few weeks before that.
That was fun.
And today we're going to be in space, and not just any space, but corporate, horrible, dystopian, the way it's really going to end up when we're out in space and we're run by corporations as opposed to governments. So let's be honest.
Like Firefly.
Battletech?
Or Battletech.
Are we playing Battletech?
No.
No, actually,
you'll notice that your rifle will shoot more than 2 squares.
That and actually Battletech, as far as dystopian, still does the whole feudal governments as opposed to corporations.
All right, okay,
controlling
Mr.
everything.
Cannon. Move on.
Just gonna put that. They all think they're nobles still. It's even more ridiculous.
I don't know if I appreciate my name.
Let's switch.
After the conversation we just had.
We're switching. Here, you get an extra Benny.
Thank you. Oh, I could do this.
All right.
I guess we're playing a game.
Yeah. We just ruined James's plans.
No, I didn't really have a plan. That's the greatest part about this. This is what ZOE Game Night is all about. So we're going to be playing some lovely stuff in corporately controlled space. Our lovely individuals, except for Maggie, are members of the equivalent of a space form of the Coast Guard. They're attached to a space station named Yeager Station, after Chuck Yeager, not the drink. Run by the Falwell Kennedy Corporation. If you got that joke, I love you.
I got you.
That's cool.
Where typically their duties end up dealing with people trying to smuggle things in, and really just boring, really crap duty for the corporate man. But hey, it pays the bills and it's got good benefits, and it's better than working on one of those mining ships or some kind of other crap job. So you take what you can get. Now, Maggie, things are a little different for you. You're playing Agent Lynch.
Uh-huh.
Agent Lynch is a company corporate person.
Company man. That's
Yeah.
what my sheet says. Company man.
Very much so. You kind of make sure that everyone toes the company line.
Yeah.
If this was aliens, would she be played by Paul Reiser?
Absolutely. Played by Paul Reiser if this was aliens.
I couldn't be lynched.
Yes,
No.
very much.
It's all good. I got it.
That's fair.
I'm the outsider.
Yeah.
My sheet
Very
also
much
says
so. Not liked by anyone. I mean,
It's like I won't play
I'm
characters
really
named.
glad
not only is it the whole
I'm really glad
corporate,
that we
not only is it the corporate stooge part, but the whole you can read minds things
Oh,
really
yeah.
puts people off. They don't really
Yeah.
like that.
I can.
That's
Oh, you're a
crazy.
psychic corporate stooge.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep, the worst kind of corporate stooge there is.
Haha.
Yes, I used your middle name for the corporate stooge. No, actually, I used it for a wonderful little inside joke. Those of you who are familiar with a very, very old show called The A-Team might remember a Colonel Lynch. Now, the great thing about Colonel Lynch, just throughout the years, he was played by many, many people. It was the name that was taken on by the person filling the job. They weren't really Colonel Lynch. They would just show up and, yes, I'm Colonel Lynch. Of course you're Colonel Lynch. You get handed Colonel Lynch when you get this job.
Is it like Bond?
James Bond?
Something like that.
Lynch.
Except I
Agent
think we
Lynch.
might get something
Agent
really
Lynch.
cool with James Bond, but we'll see if that actually happens. I don't want to actually say anything and spoil the fact, that a certain guy might end up being James Bond, who's not white and is really awesome, and I really want to see that.
It's not gonna happen.
No.
It's not. As
Alright,
much as we
yeah.
want it in our hearts.
Well, then we
He
harassed them
already-
until
he
he
already
said no.
said, yeah.
Oh, well, if he said no, then screw them.
Yeah.
He'll do better anyway.
I'm trying to get him to be the doctor.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That wouldn't be bad either, though it's
Right,
moderately
though?
I want him to be
disappointing.
the new Luke Skywalker. Who are we talking about?
It's moderately disappointing that
He's
he
my
would.
baby daddy. He doesn't know that I watch him while he sleeps at night.
Yeah.
It's moderately
Idris Elba,
disappointing
right?
that he would
Yeah,
turn
it's
down
Idris
James
Elba.
Bond
He
to
just
be in
got-
a
he just
spin-off
got
of a Fast and
married.
Furious
You know,
movie.
maybe he wants to do a character that's not such a horrible misogynist.
I suppose.
I know, but I think that people would look at him so differently though if he was Bond, you know? Like, excuse me, weren't you vanilla the last time I saw you? No, I got a 10. Either that or I just got really...
None of your business.
See, there you go.
Yeah, that's for me. He's much more believable kicking people's asses than any of the other guys. You know. That's a much more important James Bond trait to me.
I like Daniel Craig for that very reason. Like watching him chase the parkour guy while he's running through the walls instead of.
Oh yeah.
Like, yep, that's Bond.
Better than many of his predecessors, but I felt like Hill would have been like that times 10. He's just like 10 times the action hero.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of action heroes, the table is full of.
Christian does dig Luther.
Sorry, we'll
Hey,
stop.
That's also great too.
We'll
but
stop.
Yeah, we'll start there.
Don't get me started on Luther. Oh boy. Throw some Banderas
Turn
in
up
there.
the AC in here, man. Turn up the AC.
Sorry.
Wow.
I'm fine. Just gotta wipe myself down.
It's
Sorry.
everywhere.
Whoosh. Hi, James. Sorry.
We've already run him ragged.
He's already
started
done.
the game. Nobody's been introduced.
Jim, you're awesome. Yay. No, you're not. Not really.
So hey, you know, we're gonna do torturous, horrible things. Why don't you talk about the characters that you know nothing about?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
2 sheets in front of you.
Okay.
Which means make up whatever the fuck you want. Oops. I just said that.
Okay, well I'll go first.
Yeah, since you're the corporate.
I am Agent Lynch. I am a company man. I am overconfident and an outsider, and yeah, I can read your mind. So you better stay in line, okay? We got rules and regulations, and I know all of them by heart. Don't look at me like that. Look at the camera. That's right.
I am Staff Sergeant Eccles. We like doctors.
We
sorry.
do. You're the 9th doctor.
I am the 9th doctor. I am Duty.
Vow of
Vow
duty.
is
I like that. I like that.
I am duty.
I said that affirmatively.
I am the knight.
I'm also very curious.
Yeah. It's
I
like
like-
the really PG way of saying that, you know, you're the S, you know? You're
Oh,
the duty.
got it. Okay.
I'm the Duty.
I'm Duty. I love rock and roll. Oh yes, I fucking love. Sorry. MacGyver. Yes. My trademark weapon is Old Painless.
Old Painless? You have a weapon called
I
Old
have
Painless?
a weapon called Old Painless.
What is it?
I feel like that's my whip.
No, it's got a magazine.
Oh damn it! It's a gun. You know what happens
be a
with black
laser
people in
whip.
guns,
It could
man?
be a gun with a whip attached to the end like a bayonet.
I have a feeling a whip would not be better.
Oh, we can swear?
She says we can't.
Fuckity fuck fuck fuck. Thank you.
Just don't sing anything copyrighted.
Okay. And I'm pretty brawny.
Oh, so you're the
Right?
you're
Because I
the
got my
big
plaid
tough.
shirt on now.
Oh, so you're the big tough one.
I am the big tough one.
You got the big gun, you got the big
I'm
muscles.
6'2".
Oh
Woo!
man.
Holy crap. And I'm 220 pounds.
That's
Way to
only
give me a
3
compliment
inches
about
shorter
myself.
than James is in real life. They don't know, they're watching on a screen this week.
And that's a bit much about me. I'll let you all into a little bit more things later on.
All right.
Alright.
What's next?
And either one of you.
All right. Well, Corporal Shane. May not be the number 1 in control here, but I'm the best one at fighting. And I'll stake my bottom dollar on that one. I am arrogant,
Okay.
and I am the again corporal. So, other than her, I'm probably 3rd in command here.
Go ahead.
That was good. I know what you're doing. That was good.
So we got Eccles, we got Shane.
We got Sergeant Hayes.
Sergeant
Hayes.
The medic.
Oh, very nice.
Hey,
The
we
most
have a medic.
important member of the team.
Yes.
My strength is weirdly high.
You gotta carry motherfuckers off the battlefield all the time.
And all of my fighting is like all up in your face.
I like it.
Fisticuff style.
Yeah.
we like that.
Yeah.
So you're a kung fu medic.
More like the Kirk method of kung
Yes.
fu. Of just the like
chop.
judo chop and like how dare you touch my patient, fling entire body.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I like this.
I'm very, very duty bound. I will do whatever it takes.
We're all about the duty.
Yeah.
And let's see. So that's Hayes. I am Master Sergeant Pierce.
Makes me fourth in control.
Master Sergeant Pierce seems to be kind of an all-rounder. He's not particularly anything at all.
Got it.
But he's got a high tactician score, so
Nice.
he's
He's
good at helping control the battlefield and
He's like-
giving people cards.
Any master sergeant, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Just making that.
He's
apparent.
used to letting people do the work for him,
Yep.
apparently, and that seems totally regular.
How did you know?
But yeah, I've got the same hindrances as everybody else. I take to duty and code of honor. I don't know what that code is, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to stick by it 100% as I
There
make
you
it
go.
up as I go along.
All
There you
right.
are.
And yeah, what is he? He's 5'8", 140 pounds. So he's a good foot and a half shorter than me, and weighs the same. So
Everyone got a height and weight but me.
I didn't get one.
Okay, all right.
If we're writing that in, I am 6'4",
Excuse me. No, you can't be taller than me.
235
It's usually the person that's right below the master sergeant that's in charge, because the master sergeant delegates everything to that person. That would be me.
Yeah, the staff sergeant.
So I have to be the tallest.
Right.
I don't need to have
because I am by far the shortest.
Yes, and I don't need to have a Napoleon complex. Okay.
Well, I'm 5'8".
I kind of wrote it in
Okay,
pen
I'm
already.
like really tempted
Oh,
to
really?
make this like
Cool.
the small.
I see where you're coming from, buddy. I'll make sure I send you to the privy. Yes.
Okay.
You get to clean the
And
privy.
since we're
Yeah.
in space, especially in a dystopian space,
Yes.
like you would be in an alien movie or something, we all have to have regional accents, even though geographical regions are no longer.
Yeah, no, I made that choice.
Oh my
I made that choice.
Absolutely right.
You can do
have
it.
to
You can
do
do
it.
it. I have faith in you as an actual English woman. I have faith in you.
Let me
feel
hear.
pressure,
Let me
you're
hear some
fine.
of those now.
Yeah.
Just
Just-
toss them out
just
there.
say,
Go
roll
ahead.
your
Anybody.
Oh, I believe I already started.
Oh,
There we go. There's one. Anybody else?
No.
No, you're fine. Don't feel pressure.
You're
You're
a
fine.
distant cousin of the royal family, right?
Well, you don't have one because you're
American.
you're from
You're
you're from the
Midwestern
Pacific
American.
Northwest. Yeah,
That
there you
actually
are.
Got
works
it.
for my accent.
Okay.
I
cool.
speak TV English.
I speak American.
Do your southern.
Oh, but my southern's really bad.
You're from the south.
I know.
Wait, what?
No, I'm from Georgia, but my accent is just like,
Oh my god.
yeah. I am the butt of so many jokes in my family.
Oh
Like,
man.
yeah.
All right, let's get this thing started.
There
we go.
No,
I
right.
like that. There we go.
Wow.
That's more like it.
Becky, are you okay? Oh god.
So our lovely characters are based out of Jaeger Station, as I said previously, for the Falwell Kennedy Corporation. And on this particular day, they've been brought in for a briefing by Administrator Toshi, who runs the station. Yes, I'm dropping those jokes all day long. Deal
Wow,
with it.
seriously.
Start a drinking game.
Right?
If you catch them, awesome. If you don't catch them, that's fine.
Laugh anyway.
Kashi Station. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much for my really bad jokes. Less joke, but a vessel, in fact, a mining and processing vessel, the Monongahela, is on a trajectory to collide with the station. It has been unresponsive.
The
to
what?
Monongahela,
Monongahela
after,
National
the valley, if those of you, whatever. Anyway, it's on a collision course with the station, has been unresponsive. It will impact with the station in 11 days' time. There have been no responses to hails, and the vast quantities of iridium on board make any kind of long-range sensor scans completely useless. You're going to be assigned a cutter, sent out to board it, and hopefully get the crew back in line, the ship powered back up, and have it, not ram into the station and kill thousands of people.
That would be ideal.
Sounds good.
Where are you from, Master Sergeant?
Well, I've told you no more than 100 times at this point, Sergeant. I am from the...
Staff Sergeant, Master Sergeant, thank you.
Very well, Staff Sergeant. If we're going with that level of formality, I will once again tell you I am from the great station of New Texas.
Yes, I've heard very much great things about New Texas, Master Sergeant. How are you doing today?
It's a good day. I'm gonna go save some lives, bring some people home.
I feel like that is our duty.
You said duty.
Every time. Never gets old.
Oh, God.
Never.
Never gets old.
What is our first mission?
I just explained that.
Yes, you did.
So we're gonna go out into space with this ship that is hurtling towards this station at an alarming rate of speed, which will cause several thousand deaths upon its impact with said station, which we will not be on because we will hopefully be aboard a cutter, which is helping this sumbitch limp home. What we are going to do is we are going to find this vessel.
Excuse me. What is a bitch? I'm not familiar with that term.
You're familiar with Agent Lynch, our attaché. That's sumbitch. We will be cutting this hurtling piece of metal open and entering said hurtling piece of metal. We will then try to get said hurtling piece of metal back online and get the crew saved if indeed they are alive, which we are not sure of because of the vast amounts of iridium radiation emanating from said hurtling piece of metal.
Right.
That covered it exceptionally well.
I think so, yes.
Well said.
I think
What
I
I
need
did
that
is I
explained one
basically
more
just
time.
said the same things that the GM has said in a much louder and more authoritative voice. I
Okay.
feel it gets my point across and helps move the story along at the same time, Corporal.
Very good, sir.
That has been a word from Sergeant Exposition.
Right. So,
Master Sergeant Exposition.
right, Master
Master
Sergeant.
Sergeant Exposition Pierce.
I feel like we should move
Friends
this.
call me X.
I feel like we should move this along, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, officers of
This
the
is
court.
lovely.
I love the quote.
Officers.
That will be my accent. This one.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a-
Yes.
It's a crappy Catherine Hepper.
She's from the transatlantic portion of space.
The transatlantic nebula.
Indeed.
All right. So,
We're gonna say these lines. See?
I guess our first mission is to actually get on the ship and go about doing our business.
Am I there, James?
Yes, ma'am,
Okay,
you are.
all right. Why am I here with this group of people?
Generally,
I don't see why we need.
whenever they leave the station and go somewhere where there might be highly valuable information or resources to the company, you ensure that those resources are kept safe and
Right.
returned properly to the company. And no one has any, perhaps, sticky fingers or wandering eyes where they should not have them.
Indeed. Not to mention, if it actually hit the station, it would be very expensive. That is true. It's gonna be a really bad accent, guys. I'm
No, so far I am loving
I
it.
am too.
It's so
It's just
good.
gonna take me a minute to get take me sometime.
It's lovely. It really, really is.
back now.
I love playing with you guys.
Y'all come back now.
You hear?
There you go. According to the handbook, the first step we must take is to do a scan, which we cannot do because of the iridium that's in the ship.
I figured we'd get on the cutter already and be like
Oh,
halfway
did you?
there
Did
by
you
now.
figure that, sir?
So did you go ahead and requisition that cutter for us there, Agent?
Of course I did.
Well then, let's all hop aboard, shall we?
I think it's time for us to move this little conversation.
Going off
along.
out in the wild, black yonder, everybody suit up!
Why does it have to be black?
Because it is space!
Well, space is blue, or with twinkle, twinkle stars in it.
Sometimes it's purple.
That's true.
Are we near
We
any
can argue
nebulas?
about the color of space when we are safely in it!
We already are, sir. That's why we're at a space station.
All we need to do is kind of look out a window and we will figure out the color of said space and we can move on with our lives. Like,
Let's just
Never
get
an
aboard the
issue.
goddamn ship.
thank you.
Okay. There might be people that are hurt over there. You need to
No,
make
we were
sure
doing
that
the
Who
kids
is-
in the hall version of this.
Who is piloting this ship?
Who is piloting this ship?
You know, wow.
We got a crew.
Absolutely.
Navy guys.
We
us
have
ride
a
somewhere.
crew.
All right.
Which
Who's-
is, you don't bother with such things.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, cool.
Some cheer force people. All right.
Yes.
Don't give
Some
them
maybe
names.
share-
Once you give them names,
You
they
gotta
have
give
no
them
points.
something to do.
It's like, I have a feeling that this is piloted by red shirts.
Oh, shit.
The gunner crew has a really tough job. They have to fly towards a ship that is flying towards us and then suddenly turn around and match speed with it going the opposite direction so we can cut it open and get inside it. It's not going to be easy for them, but I believe in them.
Definitely piloted by red shirts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Statistically,
Go
red
ahead.
shirts
Either
have a higher
that or
survival rate than yellow shirts.
Stormtroopers.
Yeah.
You have to worry about that too. Missing the
mathematical fact.
target.
I'm gonna give them a rousing speech so they get the lead out.
We can make a persuasion test over there.
Well, lucky for them, I have a D4 in persuasion
No, forget
because
your
I am
wild die.
statistically not very good at it.
Like all master sergeants.
James, for the mind reading this game, can I also talk in their minds, or is it just reading their thoughts?
I use the
It
same
depends
method
on
for
how
giving-
many raises you
giving
get.
orders that I
Okay.
do for flirting with ladies.
Is it
I
possible-
yell at them.
I
is it possible
shall.
to get the other?
Very
That's
well.
why I am unmarried at 44 years old. I did not come even close to persuading those soldiers.
You just yelled at them like you
My
typically do.
best roll was a 2.
You verbally berate them for quite a bit of time, and it doesn't seem to make much of a difference.
Oh no!
Even I could have done better than that.
Oh shoot!
They do, however, explain to you,
Holy
not
crap,
once,
great
but
job,
twice,
Master Sergeant.
that
That
it's
was correct. That's exactly the thing you said before. Doing push-ups. 20. Now, drop.
I felt like he needed that, Master Sergeant. Thank you.
You're yelling at them. They attempt to interrupt a couple of times to try to inform you that it's computer controlled and they just input the course data and they can't really get the lead out anymore.
Well, I
than they
kindly let
already
them know
have.
that I'm really just trying to be supportive, and this is the only way I know how to. This is the only way I know how to communicate. This is how I talk to people. I hope I didn't offend anyone with my words or my aggressive tone. It's the
This
way
is
I
how-
was raised. It is the way I was trained, and I was taught to trust my training.
Honestly,
have
he
the-
just has the
I love you
highest-
all.
Classic mama don't love you.
This is how
Safe
he,
flying, everyone. Good job, computer.
how he shows endearment, everybody. Don't worry about it.
The cutter pulls alongside the Monongah healer.
It was a short 11-day trip.
It was a rather short trip.
Oh, God.
Looks like
Well,
we got
it's
it
11
let
days
out.
at its course and speed. It is not under power. It is still drifting at whatever speed it was at when it
Nice.
went offline.
But it is drifting.
Drifting, but you know, the lack of friction
no, but
means
there's
it's not
no-
slowing down.
But it means there's no, like, power engines making it's just drifting.
There is no power signatures at all.
So it's pretty much moving really slow. Okay.
Oh, it's a few thousand kilometers per hour, but it'll still take days to
Are we
reach the
able to
station.
detect life signs?
Not with all the iridium on board.
Okay.
Scans are virtually useless on board.
Tell me about iridium.
A lot of these processing ships go out, and they basically run into asteroid fields and then process the asteroids and crap out the useless parts and keep the
Is
good
it
stuff.
used as a power source, or is it
Traditionally.
some kind of fancy designer drug?
It's used as a power source.
Because I've thought of war on drugs. I'm not going to be carrying that shit aboard.
Something I marched against.
Very well, power source we can handle. Now, for some reason we are unable to stop the ship. Our secondary objective is going to be to destroy it.
I think first we should see if there are people on board.
Is that? Yeah.
That sounds like.
That's why I called it secondary, Agent.
I feel like a giant iridium blast would be like a light mass bomb in space.
Is it
I don't
possi-
think that's very good.
Is it possible for the agent to detect life signs if he can hear thoughts?
You would have to ask the agent.
Agent
What?
Lynch.
Are you going to speak or are you going to waste my time?
I'm trying. Getting over certain things. Thank you.
Oh, that's not one of our noises. It was a computer noise. Okay.
Is it possible for you to actually detect if there are any life signs on board?
Send that G.
Mind reading's got a distance of about 30 feet or so.
Yeah, we'd have to get much closer.
Shall we get a little bit closer? Just to see.
Yeah, your mind
I feel
reading is
like-
about 30 feet and requires you have a line of sight to whatever it is to read their mind.
Right. I've got to be on board.
You are boarding with us.
Okay, that's great.
I'm the perfect person to be the only hope for humanity.
When we get closer, we'll be able to tell if they have life support aboard or not.
There are no current power signatures on board. Lots of iridium signatures,
But we
and
can't.
that's it.
So what we need to do,
I think we just need to get on the damn ship.
Yes, I
Whoa.
think that's a great
Put
idea.
your helmet on first, I would say.
Nope, don't bother.
Actually, no, you don't.
Agent Lynch has psychic powers and is therefore not susceptible to the death of space. Right?
Sir, you are absolutely correct, sir. This is why you are the Master Sergeant.
Now, if this is not something that you have tested in your earlier life, I suggest that you test it immediately, right now, by walking outside without your helmet or suit on.
I'm very concerned that you are the Master Sergeant.
I'm very concerned that you are very impatient. You're not the one cutting the damn door open, we are. So if you're done hurrying us along, I'm gonna cut this door open.
Sir, yes, sir.
To this plan, because vacuum of space.
Don't worry, I'll wear my helmet.
Damn it.
Because if
I'm
I
not
have
that
to
dumb.
treat every person on that ship, I don't want to be treating you too.
Right.
I feel like the Master Sergeant has to yell so much because we are in space and no one can ever hear me.
I make sure that they can hear me scream, even in space. Are we clear?
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Master Sergeant, sir.
I'm too weak to hold up this lance and burn through this wall by myself. I require someone else's strength, as I'm very winded right now from all of the yelling.
I got that.
Does anyone have a repair skill they want to use to try and cut into the side of the vessel?
I can
I
still
do.
do it.
Oh,
Staff
you
Sergeant is the
do.
master.
Dude.
Well,
Indeed. Give me a
Yeah.
repair
I'm the
roll.
Staff Sergeant.
That's what I just
just
said.
a
no.
miniature sergeant. Sorry.
Mi-
Corporal.
Thank you.
I am-
Oh, you're a corporal. Oh, wow.
whatever you say.
Okay.
Take it.
A wonderful
go.
fact about Corporal Shane is he has managed to make it up to Sergeant 4 times.
Oh,
And
that's
gotten
good to
busted
know.
back down to
That's
corporal.
good to
4
know.
times. This is why he's always doing push-ups.
I'll take this.
It's also
joke
why
from
his
you.
arms are so jacked.
He
I swear I will one day earn this.
almost holds the record for the number of
simply was
times
not ready
promoted to
enough.
Sergeant.
I am an anime character. I was not ready.
Oh, my
I'll
God.
have to train harder.
In addition to almost holding the record for the number of times promoted to Sergeant, he's held the Sergeant rank for a total cumulative 45 days.
I believe it.
Better
Does
than
it
I
have like a
thought.
little 45 days since
So he
promotion?
averages about 11 days per
Yes.
run. Is the,
Got it. Okay.
Within the first 2 weeks,
Just long
he
enough-
gets busted back down.
just
court
long enough for the
martialed a
first
lot,
reports
didn't
to
you?
be sent in and processed.
You got
Correct.
court-martialed a lot, didn't you?
I
You're
don't
that
think
kind
I'd
of
be
corporal.
here if I got.
You're that kind of corporal, aren't you? Yeah.
Non-judicial punishment.
I'm still here. That's what matters.
Serve under Master Sergeant Pierce. Is
We're-
punishment enough?
We're so we're so happy for you.
Tell me.
So give me a repair roll, and make sure to roll
Sure.
your wild die too. You get 2
Oh,
gold.
sure, that's
Because it's
right.
wild. Wow. It was a
3
callback.
and a 3.
have
You have a repair toolkit. You have a +2 to any repair rolls.
Wow.
So that means you have a
it's
5 for one of them.
Okay.
Now, you cut through the side of the ship. And you're able to secure-
It's like super
And in the process, you're able to secure the locking collar so that you don't have a nice, lovely breach between the 2 ships.
I'm the bitch.
I walk in first.
Of course you do.
After
It's
you.
dark.
I am a very close second.
You can't see me.
It's dark. You're in a corridor.
I turn on.
So if we stop,
Do we have a torch? Do
Your
we have a,
infantry battle suits, which
Right,
all of
we
you
have
except for
torches.
Colonel Lynch, or excuse me, Agent
But
Lynch
you will need
possesses,
if you are jumped
have
being at the
both
front
night
of the group.
vision and illumination and
can
thermal
fight.
vision options
Good.
inherent
Alright.
in them
Glad
as you
they saw.
choose.
I would like to turn on night vision.
you don't have
You
it.
do not have
I'm-
these systems,
I've got an.
but you do have other.
I clearly have an awesome suit though.
Do you?
It's got a tie and everything.
That's great. You could do business in that.
They sent Agent Lynch in with an awesome suit that at least has night vision.
You have some
Yeah.
interesting things.
But
Yeah,
not
that-
night vision.
Apparently not.
I'm complaining about this character I didn't make now.
Usually, you let them do the dangerous stuff. That's their job.
Fine, go ahead.
Getting
You're
shot is what they get
inside.
paid for.
We get paid.
Kind of liked her at the front.
I thought
If you
was
call
just
it
Will and
pay.
Laura.
If you call it pay. Space
mean,
credits? Ugh. Space
That's not
military?
pay.
Whoa.
Doesn't give
Man,
me the nice
the
jiggly
conversion
bits.
In
rate
fact, the only
space
reason to have
credits.
them
Oh,
around
space
is so
credits
you
to
don't
US
get shot.
dollars? Yeah.
All right.
He's from New Texas. I'm from Old Georgia.
I don't think old Georgia exists anymore. Thank
I
you.
don't think it does.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
just-
yes,
I'm just
yes
trying
she
to
does. She
picture-
took me to the cleaners during the divorce.
Can we go forward,
Had old
please?
Georgia on my mind for 14 years.
I draw my 2 molecular swords. I do an
I'm bringing out-
unnecessary twirl,
Sure.
and then I like kick apart anything that's in my way. Like there's a box, and I just kick it, and I just walk in.
What a brilliant show of strength. I feel so protected.
I feel like if we need light right now, I can bring out my fire axe.
We have lights
could
on
bring
our
It's
guns,
quite
right?
literally an
Well,
an
this
axe
one
for,
doesn't have.
you know.
Oh, we have lights on our guns.
We should have lights
Yes.
on our guns.
Okay, we
May I-
have lights on our guns. I really wanted to bring
May
out
I
my fire
suggest,
axe.
we don't know what's going on.
You may suggest anything you'd
A fire
like.
axe isn't a fireman's axe.
I'm going.
We
to-
don't know what's going on this ship, and maybe using
I
your
thought it
night
was a
vision, which all of you
blazing fire.
currently have, and going in a little bit more
Save
quietly would be
this.
the way to go.
I'm already inside, and I'm looking around with the
It's a
vision.
dark corridor. You've
Yeah.
got to light up with your flashlight
Yeah.
action mounted onto the side of the helmet,
I'm
and
a-
one mounted onto your
So
weapon.
you don't want to see anything then?
Yeah.
No, I do. It's fine.
Can I roll a notice check?
If
You
there is
give
something
the
to
order, we'll
notice.
turn lights
Yeah.
off.
I'm trying to look around, see if there's like any bodies, any evidence.
You see nothing of the sort.
Then I chill out and I put my.
You are
headset
in a corridor. It is dark other than the illumination you have provided. There's every so often the dripping of water in the distance.
I think we
The
should-
atmosphere is thin, but still present and reading on your scanners. It is
Alright.
not a completely oxygen-free or cold environment.
I feel like we're on Titanic right now. Because
Do
of the
we
music.
know? Do we know exactly where what the layout of the ship is?
Unfortunately, there was not an accurate schematic for this vessel.
So what we want to do is try to get to the command area,
Really?
just to see if there's anybody there.
Do we know roughly how many people should be aboard this
Usually, a
ship?
processing ship like this will have between 6,000 and 7,000 people on board.
Exactly.
Okay.
This
I
is
think
a
I think the main lead
gigantic
would
Well,
be
we
yeah.
should,
men.
stop, we should start running into
Okay.
bodies any time now then.
I would like to do a mind reading, send it out for at least 30
Again,
feet.
30 feet and sight required. So if you can't see it, you can't read its mind.
But do I sense anything? Did I
If you
just
can't
sense
see it, you have to
Okay.
individually, for example, look at a person and try to
Alright.
read their mind. You can't just reach out and touch minds that happen to be there.
Whatever.
So he's not benevolent, is what you're saying. Cool.
I am awful. No, I get it. I get
Yes, you are absolutely awful.
it. I am. I'm the worst.
Not a pleasant form of psychic. So let that part go. Throw it in the laundry behind you.
She did. It's done there. Just took 3 times.
Oh.
That's what I was saying.
So I think we should walk down this corridor and see if we can possibly find we can have half of the group go to command and half of the group go to the engine room, see if they can work on anything.
Oh,
Maybe
because you
have-
really think splitting up the party makes perfect sense? Nothing bad happens when you split up the
Well,
party.
It's
That's
actually
what
a
I'm
great
surrounding-
idea.
I'm
Lynch, why don't you go to the engineering room and the rest of us will go to command?
That's what you get!
I agree with Master Sergeant. Godspeed.
By himself?
Listen here, you ignorant cow.
Oh, what's a cow?
Well, in this case, the cow is a man with a submachine gun.
Oh, I think she meant space cow.
No, it's ooh.
All right.
Why is this happening?
If you really think we should split up the party, that's fine, but one of you is coming with me.
Nope.
Where are you headed?
We're going to command. Lynch wants us to split up.
No. That was your dear friend here, Staff Sergeant.
No,
Split up.
Staff Sergeant Eccles is actually quite intelligent, and so I do not acknowledge that the suggestion came from her.
Look, I don't care who goes where.
You, on the other hand, Agent Lynch, I do not like. You are
All
not
right.
part of my unit, and I wish you were not here.
All right. Nobody likes her. We understand. Please just head to
Busy
control.
myself resorting my med kit, completely ignoring what's going on over there.
You have some drugs in that med kit.
But they're all over me.
Damn it.
Now we're gonna do our soldier job and go be soldiers.
Soldier job.
Search and rescue. That's what we're doing.
Oh, God.
So, bridge first.
Sir, yes, sir. I march off in a direction, realize I have no idea where I'm going, come back.
How about we follow the leader? Master Sergeant, I think you should lead the way.
You are advising me to take point at this time?
I am advising you, sir.
Is it because of my loud attitude?
I believe that your personality will draw anything that we are looking for towards us.
Permission to follow from the front, sir.
Permission granted, Corporal.
All right.
These people are insane.
So we're walking.
You follow the corridor for about 300 meters before there are any offshoots on it.
Ship is gigantic.
Yes, it is huge. It is a processing ship.
Okay. Do we see any pathways as we're walking?
So you're about 300 meters before you reach your first offshoot, and that immediately has kind of up of about 3 steps into a landing where it looks like there would be lifts, but they're currently offline because of the lack of power.
Okay.
Is my biological scanners messed up by the
Yes,
radiation
by
thing?
the it's very close range. You get
Yeah.
about 30, 40 feet
Okay.
away from the group with it at the present
Now,
time.
Staff Sergeant, if you were carrying a large amount of iridium on a large ship like this, where would you keep it?
Most likely in the cargo bay.
Is that anywhere near the bridge where we are going?
Probably not.
Probably
Oh.
not.
Yeah, cargo bays I think are usually like on the lower part
No,
while the bridge is
It
on the
seems
upper
so
part.
to me too, and it seems if we had that contained in some way that our scanner would no longer be useless.
So you're saying that the cargo bay is like open?
Hold on, everyone!
Because-
Agent Lynch now has an idea.
We need to go to the bridge in order to open the doors to the cargo bay. I'm just sorry.
What was Agent Lynch's idea? Oh, instead are you going to be stealing Staff Sergeant Eccles' idea?
No.
No.
So what was your idea, Agent? Hold on, everybody. Stop walking down the hallway. Agent Lynch has an idea.
So
No,
glad
sir.
that I wasn't
I
able
love what you're doing here, but if there are bogies on this ship, your shouting is making it impossible for us to have
Sir,
any
I'm wearing a
element of
helmet and speaking into a microphone.
I know
You
it
can turn
hurts.
your volume down.
But the entire
Nobody outside this helmet can hear me.
I mean, he's
Otherwise, it would not be good to use in space, would it, Corporal?
You're right, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
Oh man, the echo must be horrible.
That's why he talks so loudly. The echo has made him slightly deaf over the years.
Everybody else has to. It's like in Discord, like both of our volumes are at like 25%. Everybody else is at 100. But we are still the loudest people on the call.
Oh God. Okay, so I think that I believe my idea is to go to the bridge, make sure that we can get power to the ship somehow.
Ah, yes, through the bridge where the power is from.
We already have Agent Lynch going to the engine room.
She is not really going to the engine room
If
by
you-
herself. She will be traveling with us, as is prescribed.
Well, damn it.
I was using that example to point out the ridiculousness of the idea that was clearly not yours.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Rough.
How close are we to the damn bridge?
You haven't taken a step since you reached this point where there is an offshoot where there's inactive lifts.
Let's
and-
go.
You said the lifts are inactive.
Currently, yeah,
so most,
there's no
Feel
power to the
free to
ship
move at your own
currently.
pace, Agent.
Wait,
most
wait.
ships will have little placards on them that show directions to different areas of the ship. So, are there any
Right up by the
obvious
lifts, yeah. There's
Yeah.
a couple of little placards here. You seem to be on a living quarters and recreational deck.
Okay.
The deck below you is for cargo. Then there are 3 continuous decks of processing below that, followed by engineering. Above you, there are 3 more decks of living quarters, and then a deck of administration with the bridge aboard.
Okay. I feel like the best option for us right now is to go to cargo.
We're closest to it.
Yeah. Just to see
You'd be
if,
down the lifts, which are currently not operating.
so we'd walk down the lifts instead of like open up the doors and
You just gonna plummet to the bottom? You just gonna walk down? You think there's a staircase?
Well, wouldn't there be
we're
like,
infantry. We can do whatever the fuck we want.
wouldn't there be like maintenance ladders
With
or
correct
something?
suggestions.
Yes.
There's
Often there
Jeffries
are.
too.
We have those.
Yes.
Are there Jeffries too?
There should be maintenance
Very often.
ladders inside the lifts, though. Yes.
Very often there are.
So,
Can you fix one of these elevators?
no, we need power, sir.
So should we try to get
I bet there
And
are
how can we get to
stairs.
power
I think
from
the
this
easiest
deck?
thing for us right now is to get the iridium.
Engineering
Make
is
sure
at the
we
bottom.
dispose of it. Then go to engineering.
She might be pretty against disposing of the multi-billion-dollar iridium haul.
What do you plan to do? Just put it out in space? Are you stupid?
We don't care.
What do you think powers the
I
space
do
station you
believe
live on?
our jobs depend on it, though.
Yeah, your jobs do depend on it.
Indeed. Finally, an intelligent comment.
Wow, she beat you to it then.
Is
Forget-
there a placard saying, hey, there are stairs anywhere nearby? No
No.
emergency stairs? Cool.
No obvious placards for anything of that sort.
Well, the lifts will have maintenance
Do I have
stairs
a
on the
grappling
inside of
hook?
them.
Well, if we can't check those without power, though. Is that right?
No, we
Sure,
can
sure.
open up the lift doors without power.
Great. So
Give me a repair roll.
Okay, what?
Give me a repair roll.
Okay.
Trying to rip open the
Remember, you had +2 to whichever one you end up using.
4 and
Oh, use
Roll
that
that
6
again.
that exploded. So you have 9, 10, 11. That's almost 2 raises, but it is 1 full raise. You're quite able to pop open the door, and because of your raise, it just happens to be opening the door to one of the actual lifts. Just happened to have stopped on this floor when the power was out.
Oh, damn it.
I
Just
vote
happens to be right here.
Agent, you should
Perfectly
take point,
lined up,
stand in
not
there,
like off
go
or
up
anything,
first,
like
we'll
perfect.
try and
That's
see
awesome.
if we
Right
can
inside.
So
get
we
it.
could go inside and probably
No.
pop up the hatch.
Looks
That
like
was a
there's
good
one
try,
right above you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
damn fine try.
You're
Thank you,
not
sir.
listening.
I'll make Sergeant eventually,
Didn't
sir.
even know you were talking there.
Listen, sir. The lift has a hatch. We can go through the hatch on top of the lift.
Are we to climb all the way up to the...
Down to
elevator?
engineering. We need power. So.
I was gonna let her finish.
Sorry.
So we can climb through the hatch. Mind you, there's maintenance ladders on the right outside of the lift in the back area, and we can use that maintenance ladder to work our way down to get to the cargo bay.
Is that what?
To get to the cargo bay, sir!
We don't have to shout.
40 minutes of setup.
I paid it off. Oh, God. I was so worth it. though. That was so worth it.
Oh god, that was great. that sound like a plausible plan, sir?
Not if we have to get power put on first. Going down to the bottom deck on a ladder means that we're going to have to climb back up that ladder to get to engineering.
Sir, if you read the map, engineering is the bottom floor.
If I read the map, I wouldn't be in the damn army, would I?
Valid point. Anybody who's ever seen a second lieutenant on a land nav course knows that.
So, say that again?
Because he's not on the land nav course, he's somewhere in like
Something
South Texas.
Like words. Can somebody please translate what the heck she's saying?
Engineering, sir.
Must be that psychic gibberish.
So engineering is actually, I believe, on the near the same level as cargo bay, but engineering is down instead of up.
All right, then we work our way down. Like you said.
What is the best course of action to handle the iridium that is currently blocking our scanners?
Ah,
Just
yes,
need to
that.
Put that in there.
Well, perhaps Agent Lynch can enlighten us what to do with this iridium since we're not supposed to handle it in any way.
Right. Well, you would assume
Please
that...
someone translate for Agent Lynch.
Well, I would assume
that when the ship has power and is moving through space,
that when the ship has power and is moving through space.
Okay.
the iridium doesn't affect any of the scanning systems.
I lost it. I'm so sorry.
It's like a siren
It's
for a
in
storm
and out.
coming.
It's in and out. But
So clearly the iridium is kept in a place or with a field of some kind
Yeah, and once
to
the power
contain.
went off,
there's
It-
an iridium field.
started-
So power first then.
Correct.
Because we have to get that field back on first and foremost so we can get our scanners working.
Are there any adverse health effects of being around this uncontained?
No, it's completely safe.
Long-term,
I wasn't planning on having kids
long-term
anyway.
exposure without the benefit of the environmental capabilities of your armored suits would be bad.
Okay.
Exactly, because we have our suits on, so we don't really have to worry
But
about
short-term exposure, no.
How is
and it
your
would require
suit
that you be without
on
environmental protection.
iridium
Okay.
exposure.
I have a body armor and environmental suit.
You'll be fine.
Yeah. And AK, to answer your question, there are ladders in the elevator shafts. We will go on top of the elevator and then just go to a ladder and climb down.
Yeah.
it. And we do that.
Indeed, you do. Because there are, in fact, maintenance shafts in the elevators because it's insane to not have them. Plus, there's the whole when you build them aspect. There's always more space around an enclosed building than actual the building, whether it's an elevator or subterranean. It's a structure, it's how it works. We talk about engineering another time, but it basically covers it.
Okay.
I've watched Gone.
It's not a cave,
Me too, that's good.
all right? It's not a cave.
So translation, ship engineered good?
That's why I'm not sergeant yet.
Angelina Jolie with dreadlocks good.
Yes. Alan Rickman.
Are you gonna bend bullets now?
No, it's not that bad.
Christopher Eccleston good. Okay, sorry.
You climb down several levels, and it's
We all
really
do.
fast. With
We
the,
all do.
It's really fast with the lift normally, but takes several minutes to climb down manually. And I'm saying each one of those. Everyone, give me a notice check. If you don't have notice, roll a 4-sided dice. Make sure to include your wild die, no matter who you are. Notice. Use the 4, not the 8. But you didn't. Doesn't matter what the 8 was. Oh, you have a D8 for notice. Never
I
mind.
don't notice shit.
You noticed well.
I
Sorry.
noticed really well.
13.
I forgot.
Sorry,
How
yeah.
do we add anything to these rolls, or is it flat rolls?
It's a flat. It should be a flat roll.
Unless you have the skill.
Cool.
Yeah,
no,
I have this skill.
Some
Everybody
people
has
do,
it.
and some people don't have it with increased amount of dice in it.
But everybody
Everybody has it
it's
at
a common knowledge
D4.
skill now.
Yeah.
So I had a 6 and a 3,
I
and
have
I
a
re-rolled
three.
So that was a 9.
9, yeah.
You have a 9. We have a 13. That's 2 raises on one side, 1 raise on another. More than enough for a couple of people. There's usually there's like a lot of dust and like people don't use maintenance tunnels very often. But somebody or some buddies, like a lot of people, fairly recently used this, and there's like even a couple like blood droplets and like some wear on it, as though someone fairly recently has used this maintenance shaft.
This is a high traffic area. Be aware we may have contact. Hopefully it will be friendly, although there is blood, so I'm not optimistic.
So that means there was people alive when all the power and everything
Went out.
or they
Doctor.
started to.
And there's randomly no people. in
And there's
the
still
lift.
gravity, so
Yes,
there's going to
there
be
is.
some at least
There is
backup
some
power
emergency
zone.
Just a
power.
little bit.
We just can't detect it because of the iridium.
Yeah.
There is some very basic emergency
We
power.
also
Doctor.
do not know that it was human that used the shaft.
Doctor, could you see if that blood is human or not?
I'm also getting the feeling that
Absolutely.
AK really has a problem with elevators.
I actually do too. I don't like riding in them. I avoid getting them at all costs. I'll take the stairs.
Right, but you haven't posted as much about it as AK has in the last 5 minutes, so I didn't know.
I hate elevators.
We love you. So I I don't know.
You dance a little?
You dancing a little on the ladder?
Well,
Dancing on the
I
ladder?
don't know how far away I am from the blood. If I have to like.
It's on the ladder.
Oh, okay. Like.
And beginning your biological scanner, it's human blood.
Okay.
Be positive.
That's
that's-
good news.
Yeah,
That's
very
great.
good.
Are they sick at all? Little anemic? Nothing. Okay.
Normal health.
Slightly irradiated.
Irritated.
No more than the exposure from being out here would cause.
Okay.
Extreme trace levels at best.
I conclude that a healthy but bleeding person
Healthy
used
but
this
bleeding.
ladder.
Down the elevator shaft, you arrive at the engineering deck. Someone's gonna have to find a way to force open those doors.
Looking at my
Should I
gear.
use my.
Nope, no crowbar.
Not even a space program.
Oh.
Is anybody strong?
I
I
only
am.
have a D6 in strength, actually.
I
Yes,
have a D8.
Our medic here is Hercules.
Where's my strength?
Over with your stats.
Oh, I'm a D8.
You're very strong also.
You're both very strong.
Okay.
Maybe one of you might want to help the other one.
Yeah.
Sure, let's do it.
Roll the
Who's gonna
hell
do it and
out.
who's helping?
I'll do it, and you can help me.
All right.
All right.
So hold that note. You're gonna get to re-roll that again. So you have an 8 plus. You
Oh, and a
might.
D6?
Yeah,
You
always
might be
roll
even
a
higher
D6
than that,
with
depending on
everything
what
that
she
your
succeeds in
wild
helping
die.
you.
Okay.
But you're already at an 8, which is a raise.
3.
And hers is a success that puts you at a 10. That's a definitive raise. You are able to completely force open this door. Between the two of you, revealing a dark, open hallway.
It's open.
That was sick as hell.
It's really similar to the kind of upraised area you were in when you got on the lifts on the other floor. It's
Okay.
as though, all the areas where you get into the lifts on the different floors are relatively the same. Except for the little placards are differently arrayed because you're now on the very bottom in engineering, so they have everything stacked up as though going from engineering up, but the same order of decks.
All right. All right.
But it also confirms that you are, in fact, on the engineering deck.
Is
Good
there
to know.
more blood?
Yes.
Okay.
Do we see
How much
notice
more
anything
blood?
else?
There's like a trail of it going from like the outside of this doorway, as though someone somehow got through it and closed it behind them manually, or maybe turned power back. However they did it, it was opened and closed at some point, but their blood trail goes off in the hallway around a corner ahead.
I
Pretty steady.
say we follow the blood trail.
Oh,
I'd
look.
say that's an excellent idea.
Oh, no! I'm sorry. No!
But they're gonna get hurt.
No.
Why not?
No.
If
This
they're-
is the same shit that happens in every single. Sorry. This is the same shit that happens in every single horror movie. I'm not doing it.
But there could be someone hurt.
We are literally
It's the only reason I
military. We
came.
are supposed.
But this is our whole job.
But
This is our entire
aren't you
job.
Curious as to what it could be?
For me to follow
No!
the blood
My
trail,
ass
sir.
is out of here. Sorry. My ass is out of here.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right.
You know what? Hold
You
on.
going
Actually,
AWOL, or-
no. Actually, what I'll do is allow all of y'all bitches go first.
Don't ignore
All
the
right.
insurance
I'm gonna
wanted
go.
sign.
Nope, that's not happening. Sorry.
I would like to.
Since I don't have to play my hindrances either.
My duty is to behind you guys.
But you're so curious.
I'm curiously behind you.
That is curious, isn't it?
You're curious at how we're all gonna die.
I would like to try and I want to do a stealth roll just to be safe and try and be stealthy, and I want to follow the blood as
By yourself?
I'm.
I
figured everybody else was going.
Let's hear
except
what
for-
Master Sergeant
since it
has
was
to
my
say.
idea, I should at least try to.
Yeah, I think all of
But
us.
you're on your six. You're not going by yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm up front
Because
with you.
Staff Sergeant is right. We've all seen this movie. We know exactly how this could go.
Oh, man.
So, no splitting up. No going into doors by yourself. No saying I will be right back because you won't.
Sir.
Thank you, sir.
I'll be right back.
All right, bye. No, Agent.
The last thing we're supposed to do is split up.
No. She is. They are more than qualified to be by themselves.
I was just
That's
kidding.
why they're an agent.
It was a joke,
Whatever
everyone.
the space thing is.
You can't invoke the Hippocratic Oath in a horror scene.
I feel we've accomplished something today as we have finally made Paximo sink herself to toilet humor.
What?
Yep, it happened. Mark this down your calendars.
Oh my God. Anyway,
No, I'm not splitting up. I just wanted to make it.
thank you. It was a good
I thought it was
joke.
funny.
Much obliged.
But I think you're funny. So.
All right.
We follow the blood trail.
Yes.
Okay.
Like fucking idiots.
You follow the blood trail around the corner.
Like fucking idiots.
Oh man. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Okay.
And after about 20 meters or so, it heads into a doorway, like an opening, where there would have been a power door, but someone has pried it open or forced it open. It's only about halfway open. There's a lot of blood on it, like the handprints on it, like they had to really work at it.
Is there a
They got
sign
blood
above the
everywhere.
door that
No.
says, like engine room?
There is not.
Is there like any
All right.
writing in blood?
Is there any indication
Everybody
of where
home?
we are?
All right. You're the one with the psychic abilities. What I would like you to do is stick your head into that door, take a look around with your psychic powers, and then turn around to talk to us while something, whatever is inside there, grabs you and pulls you in for a jump scare.
There's one problem with your plan. I have
That
to.
psychic powers are not real. Yes, I'm aware.
I have to physically see the person, so unless someone.
That's why you gotta look.
Right, which means I need one of you with a light.
I give you a flashlight.
Look at that.
Take the flashlight off of my handgun.
You're
Hand it to
practically
you.
a fully equipped Marine, agent.
Flashlight, probably a couple pens.
Well,
Oh yeah, no, a pen flashlight. That's
No, I hand you the pen light.
All you need now is a bigger rifle and a false sense of invincibility. Head in.
Make sure to like really
I shine-
search an extra
just like,
flashlight.
deep breaths, deep breaths.
in.
We gonna die, we gonna die, we gonna
It
die.
looks like it was some kind of maintenance or storage closet. It's not particularly big. Whoever was in there like knocked stuff off the shelves, was obviously in some kind of in a hurry or digging through things. There's little blood handprints on the stuff that they knocked off the shelves. And a big bundle of what was like towels wrapped in plastic has been ripped open, blood
Like
on
they
it,
were
and a
trying
whole
to
bunch of the
stop
towels
bleeding or
missing.
something.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
whoever was
but
here
this
was
person,
definitely not the ship's medic.
and this person is no longer here. Do we notice a blood trail anywhere else?
No,
Going
looks like
back
they
out,
stopped the
leaving?
bleeding here.
I look up. Is there torn open a shaft?
Is
No
there,
torn open shaft.
Is there a body hanging from
Are there hundreds of bodies stuck to the ceiling and carried? Some kind of macabre tableau.
Oh
No.
Not yet.
Okay.
I played a game very much like this with Ethan, and I did go into a shaft, and there were a bunch of bodies in the air.
Because we need to know about your love life.
Hey,
Christian.
sometimes you just gotta share.
Okay, so I'm assuming since we haven't found this said person,
Yeah.
thank you, medic. And we've already wasted a little bit of
Good call.
time to go and investigate this area. I think the best mode of action right now is to go and find the engine room.
All right.
Agreed.
You continue
Smart
down
move.
the corridor, and about every 20 or 30 meters, you find more hatches, and you pry a couple of them open, and they end up being like more maintenance areas, and one of them looks like some kind of a recreational or coffee break area that some of the techs have, and it opens eventually into an extremely large room. You are on like an upper catwalk level. It is not very well lit, but you're clearly in some kind
But
of
we know what an
large
engineering
engine
bay
room.
looks like.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are very much in an extremely large engineering bay. This vessel has a lot of propulsion required to move it through space.
This is a very large engineering bay.
I know nothing about engineering.
Are there any, does it look like there's any like electrical wiring that's out of place or anything sparking?
Have you tried just turning the on button on?
Perhaps a horrible space monster hanging from a wall.
Is it plugged in?
No, nothing of the sort, but there's some strange, like, dim light way ahead in the engineering bay.
Being an aviation electrician in the Navy, is there any wires hanging to ground?
No.
Okay.
In the Navy.
Hey,
I stopped right there. Don't worry.
Somebody's got to drive the Marines around, dude.
taxi cab service. Pick all the ones left up that's left over. So how do we
I'm just
know?
waiting for him to start saying you may find yourself, but
With the music?
yeah,
Yeah.
but he's not, so.
I find myself on a derelict spaceship.
When the space days go on.
This is not my human blood.
This is not my beautiful ship. This is not my expensive iridium. You might ask yourself, how did this alien get here?
I see. We're trying to get there. I'm trying to move this along.
Oh no, this is fantastic. This is what ZOE game night is, guys. We don't actually have to accomplish anything so much as have
No,
fun
we
and
have
show
to.
these
I
guys
need to
what
know when the
game's
lights
about.
are out. Sorry.
But yeah, we will
In
find out
this
what the
case,
lights
this
are.
game is about a lot of side conversation.
And having fun. No, it's great. If you're not having fun, then it's we did bad. Is anyone not having fun?
No,
having a pretty good
I'm
time.
not
Okay.
having a good time at all. Oh, that was not me. I swear to God, that was the chair. It was not me.
Are you pretending to be ghosts again, Abby? We've talked about this.
Shall we move ahead to those lights?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
Quickly, quietly.
Yeah.
Let's not stomp around a lot. Turn off your lights. Grab
All of the
somebody's
dumb
hand.
soldiers go towards
Not
the
mine.
bright shiny.
Not mine.
Everyone make a stealth check if you're trying to be quiet.
Stealth. Okay.
Oof.
If you
Hey,
don't have the skill, you still have a
everybody.
D4 in it because it is a common skill. So even if you're not trained in it, you still have it. A 2.
Amazingly, I'm trained in it.
Just a 4, but
A
a
4.
success.
Still a success.
That's a 1. Okay, so 7.
7. 4.
7.
8. Which explodes.
Roll
Really
that
good.
again.
Oh shit.
Really good.
Again.
Oh shoot, no, it's a D4.
It's a good. Oh.
Sorry, wrong one.
Oh.
Where's my?
That's the pyramid one.
Oh,
The one that would hurt to step on.
We're professional gamers. So.
the one that you don't step on.
Yeah, the one that would very much hurt to step on.
Oh, the
shit.
4 explodes.
Oh, that explodes though. Roll again. Yeah.
So you've got a 5 over
I
there.
like that you got scared.
You got a 5, a 7. I have a 5, a 7, a 2,
I rolled.
4,
I just thought it was gonna get me.
a 3.
Get me.
I was imagining me stepping
You
on
cross
it.
most of the engineering bay very, very quietly.
Okay.
And then at one point, you kick a tool completely across the room, and it slides off the catwalk and falls to the floor below with a very loud
But that wasn't
clang.
me, right?
No.
I'm sorry.
Totally turning off my lights
Drop
right
starts
now.
doing
I am
push-ups.
going to blend into the night like the ninja that I am. Thank you.
You definitely made out something moved out in that light, like really fast. As soon as that light happened, as soon
Okay.
as that sound happened, it moved.
So
whatever it
there's
was.
something in here with us.
Something with a flashlight.
No. I don't think there's anything with a flashlight.
Well, the light moved, so it could be.
The light.
What if it makes its own light?
Whatever it is does not want to be seen by us.
Are we in a corporate dystopian space future in which there are aliens?
Besides like microbial forms,
Right. So
no.
we're not talking like there's no Martians or
No.
Greys or we
This
haven't
is another
made
thing.
first contact with anything at all. Is
No.
what you're saying.
This is another person.
So yeah, space monster. We're all dead.
Game over, man. Game over.
Game over, man. You wait for it. You wait for it. The time will come.
We don't need another hero.
It could just be the injured human.
You just.
We are a bunch of people with
He
guns.
said, "Swear all you want, just don't sing any copyrighted material." What's the first fucking thing you do?
I think
We
the
have
first thing she
brought
did was
up
swear.
a lot of songs.
Just call me Tina. Tina Turner. What was that noise? What was that?
I think it was
moving
a
in the
Tina Turner
shadows.
cover of some kind.
All right. While they're doing this, I'm going to walk forward.
Continue forward. You get
She breaks
closer
away from the
and
soldiers
closer to
with
the
no
light.
lights.
Into a hole. Into a hole.
You
You
get
just
closer
walk
and
in.
closer
Do you have
to the
a
light.
light?
It's pretty dark, so you're just making your way, kind of using that very minimum of
Right.
ambient light. They don't
Right.
have any of their lights on.
Yeah.
Eight.
Can I want to get to within seeing distance of said thing.
And after moving forward about 30 meters or so, using the railway so you don't
Yeah.
slip and fall
Yeah.
and crack your head,
Which would be fun.
you see the light move a little bit, the light move, and the shadows cleanse, and there's definitely a person with a flashlight, and they keep hiding it behind their hand, and they're peeking around.
Just turn it off.
Cool. I'm gonna read their mind. I can see them now, right?
Yes, you can
And
see
you're 30
them.
feet away.
Great.
Roll a sidekicks check.
Oh, that's a 5.
That is a success. He is terrified.
That's it?
5 gets you surface thoughts. He is
Yeah.
absolutely, positively terrified.
But he thinks
and
he's
he,
very clever with that
he's
flashlight
also
trick.
he is also somewhat uncomfortable in that he has soiled his trousers.
Oh. I did that.
My wrench
All right,
did something good.
Because I know this isn't what they want me to do. So anyway, here's to rescue you.
He runs.
No, I don't shoot.
Can we stop him? Like if someone throws a flashlight at the back of his head?
Do you want to try?
Do you want to
All
try
right.
to tomahawk this dude with the mag lights? With the mag lights?
He has really accurate threat.
Okay, let's do initiative.
Yeah, initiative. Oh, I reached for my D20. We need
Nope, we
cards
had a
for
deck
this
of
one.
cards for that.
Yeah.
It's just in my hands.
Oh.
Is there anything you want to do before we roll initiative over there?
Knowledge battle.
All right, make a knowledge battle roll over there, Master Sergeant.
Just like, stop running.
11.
11. That is going to be a raise, so that gets you 2 bonus cards.
Nothing under
What are the other ones you have over there?
I
Let's just-
have command, tactician, quick, and level-headed.
That means you yourself draw 2 and take the best one, of which none can be lower than 5, and you reserve 2, none of which can be lower than 5.
Cool.
So we're going to start with you because it's going to get through half my goddamn deck of cards first.
Alright, what does fleet-footed do?
Keeps your pace higher.
Okay, cool.
You run faster.
Good. You're the guy for this job. Okay.
All right.
I'm excited.
Is it over a 5? It's a 5 or higher.
It's a 5.
And you get to keep the best of those 2 as your choice for your level headed.
I'll take the
All
queen.
right. And your 2 reserve cards. Not a 3, you can't have that. Not a 4, you can't have that.
Keep going.
Not a 2, you can't have that.
Get rid of all of those.
And an ace.
I'll
All right,
take
so those are your 2 reserve cards to give to anyone in exchange for their card at any time.
Cool art.
Yeah, these are the Savage World.
Your initiative card is a 10 of spades. Yours is an 8 of clubs.
Fancy.
You have a queen of clubs. And you have the king of diamonds. I have the 7 of clubs.
That's cool.
So ace, king.
Mine is just a spaceship.
Okay, cool.
So unless you give someone the ace, you will go first.
I have a king.
Yeah, you're good then.
Yeah. And is the plan for me to sprint after this person?
Stop
So-
getting the backer rewards.
What are you going to do?
Ben's already.
I am going to I'm gonna try and sprint and catch up with this person.
All right,
as best
because
I
you
can.
have fleet-footed, instead of rolling the traditional d6, you roll a d10 for your running.
Oh my gosh,
in
I
pursuit.
thought I would need a D10. That's sick.
You are very fast.
Wow. Snake eyes, baby.
Snake, you immediately trip, fall, and land on
have
your
a Benny.
face.
You have
Oh, I have a
Bennies.
Benny. Yeah. Benny.
All right,
There you go.
Benny used.
So I've never
Reroll.
actually used a Benny.
You reroll as though that roll did not happen.
See, much better.
That's a 7. There we are.
There.
All right, so you take off and cover more than 90 feet in the span of just a couple of seconds. And you are right behind this guy, even though you started quite a distance away from him. Before he has even moved, you're less than the
All
distance
right,
of me to
yeah.
Christian from him.
I want to try and grab and just like judo throw forward, but not like throw them onto the ground, but throw them so they're sitting
Give
down
me a
in front
fighting
of me.
test. You have a -2 penalty to it because they're multi-action.
Okay, cool. And my fighting is cool a D8. That is that explodes.
Yeah, it
That
does.
is a 7.
A 7. You get a hold of him and throw him over your shoulder. Who's next?
I am a 10.
Queen?
Queen.
Queen
Queen of-
clubs and what
Queen
are
of
you?
Spades. It's reverse alphabetical, so Spades goes before clubs.
Right. All right. Well, I don't know what to do. I'm not gonna also try and tackle that kid. It's the only thing I can see.
He does not seem like he's going to stop from trying to get away, even though he has been hit.
Bitch slap him.
He's 90 feet away, though.
Yeah.
The only thing I could do is shoot him.
No!
That's horrifying.
Yeah, I've got this person detained already. Like, I'm
Those are my
holding
options. I can shoot him or not shoot him. I'm choosing to not shoot him with my queen.
Okay, do not shoot him.
Yeah.
Thank
Sorry.
you, says the medic in the back.
Are you gonna try to get closer?
Sure. Yeah. I'll move.
Yeah.
Give me a d6 to add to your run for the distance that you can cover.
6.
That explodes.
6.
It explodes.
1. So
You completely outdistanced the corporal speed-wise, beating his quarter-mile time almost twice as fast. In fact.
On your left.
run by me, and I'm like, I have.
Kind of putting you in a spot where even if he stands up now, he's going to be standing up and at your feet, or if he tries to go the other way, the corporal.
And I'll just.
Yeah. But like, I'm still like.
Maybe don't
holding his
move,
arm,
son.
like- yeah. You have
Duck.
2 options: sit here or die.
I say in my most calming voice, "Don't you fucking move or I'll blow your goddamn head off!"
You sound like my
And that
drill
is-
instructor.
Genuinely your calmest voice.
Yep.
Oh.
So, as a medic, I feel I'm very
You only cursed once.
perceptive. I'm able to sense that this guy is in distress
Very much so.
and try, look through my med kit and find a little bit of a tranquilizer.
You're looking for a sedative.
Yes.
You'd have
Give
sedatives.
this man some horse tranquilizer.
Calm him down a little bit, not knock him out. Just kind of calm.
Give him some.
Well, let's see if you can get close enough to use that sedative. Roll the
Okay.
Give him a
d6 and see how
high-quality
much ground you can
sativa.
cover.
Indica hybrid. Indica hybrid
Oof.
will bring you down a little bit, like a lavender.
You only get about halfway to him,
Oh my god! Do you want a Benny? Do you want to re-roll?
but it doesn't look like he's going anywhere at the
Yeah,
present
I
moment.
think we've got
Yeah, I
it
think
covered
you're
at
right.
this moment.
Okay.
Unless he risks getting his head blown off or his arm ripped out.
Staff Sergeant, that would be
Hopefully
your
not.
turn next.
So with my
Okay.
diminutive height, I kind of feel like Hank Hill's dad. I'm 5'8", but
Well, I mean, like,
Bad.
got my shin shot off.
God.
I feel like the best course of action right now is to probably make my way over to where the prisoner is currently struggling, to try and get some information from this said person.
Give me a d6 for how much ground you can cover.
Okay.
That soundtrack is weird.
I like the soundtrack, though. It's super good.
That is decent. You are almost
coffee
right on
percolator
top
going.
of him by the end of your movement.
All right. I'm almost almost on top
Almost.
of him.
Probably 10 or 15 feet from him. It looks like he's still trying to struggle to his feet.
Hey!
Judging by his positioning, even if he gets up, one of them's hanging on to him and one of them's right in front of him. His
Yeah.
chances
With the
of getting
shotgun in
anywhere
the
are almost
face.
none.
just-
Hey! Quit your freaking struggling! You know what we're trying to do right now? We're trying to save your ass! Can you let us know what the fuck is going on?
Make a spirit test.
Yeah.
Roll your spirit die.
Hell
Yep.
Get him, Saf. Started.
6. Yep.
Here you go.
He immediately stops his scrambling and running, frozen in place.
Thank you.
And I put my tranquilizer.
You didn't
As
need
I
to track him
still
at all.
40 feet away.
Is that
That will be.
are?
You have him, but you will be acting next there. I'm
No.
pulling him out of the initiative because he cannot do anything at this point.
Don't.
All these?
Yep.
Stop.
I just get right in his ear and it's like,
I would
swear
like.
to God, if you move
So-
any more, I will break you.
So, I'm taking this as my turn though.
Go right ahead.
I still have my pen flashlight that they so graciously gave me.
I'm gonna want that back, by the way.
We'll see. I would like to look at the area that he was in and where he was hiding. Are there any
There's
on
some
buttons?
empty cans that smell kind of foul, like maybe some kind of canned food he was eating.
Okay.
It smells really bad. There's a bunch of dried, crusty, bloody rags that look like kind of like the
Right.
ones that got pulled out of that
Okay.
bag.
Which means he probably has a really gross infected wound somewhere on his body right now.
Yeah, he's got a really bad
I
injury
know
on his
that
side.
Medic!
It does not look good.
Wait. And maybe this could just be Maggie being weird. You said the blood on the ladder was fresh and the blood trail we were following was fresh, but you just said that the blood on the rags was crusty and old.
Yeah, it's crusty and old.
So there's another injured something.
Person
There
around
should be
here.
about 4,000.
Right.
Yeah, have we seen any bodies?
We haven't. Just this one person. that's
No
in the room.
bodies?
The blood on these rags is crusty and old, and his blood is clearly new. So either this is
Something catches your eyes. You're looking at the crusty rags behind some of like the little stations and computer equipment that's flying down here. You see a couple of feet poking out, like pointing straight up. Yeah,
Is-
just
is
a pair of feet.
anything- There's a
Hey guys, I
body.
found one.
Booted or unbooted?
Booted.
In my professional opinion.
grab the feet, pull them out.
As we're
A
holding on to the other guy.
Dead person.
How fresh is the blood?
Very, and they've got packed rags.
He's dead,
Well, not
Lynch.
very, but comparatively to the elevator shaft.
Bled to death?
It looks like they just got stabbed to death repeatedly by the number of fresh wounds in addition to the one that they were covering. And there is a bloody knife next to the body.
So the person we were following is clearly dead here with me. So the person you have is not the one we were following. Just so you know.
Wait, there.
And he might be the murderer.
What did she say?
There is a dead body over there. Dead again. This seems like the person we were following. This is not that person. Is there anything else there? Like, why? How did they die? Is there like a
They
death
seem to
instrument?
have been stabbed multiple times.
Oh! I tighten the grip on the guy and I like pull the arm just a little.
They're both in the
bit
same
more.
kind of like
I,
company
flinched a
uniform
little bit.
jumpsuit
That
things that
movement.
people wear on these
Poops in his
ships.
pants even more.
Great. I would like to search that dead body for any key cards, swipe devices, little like USB, whatever the fuck space words are for.
You find his ID card that he
Swiper.
uses for his personal quarters.
Great. I want.
He's a maintenance tech.
That's fine. I want all of the credentials that he has on him. I want all of them just in case we get power back on for some
Does
reason.
he have a tablet?
He's a
that has
maintenance
computer
tech.
on it?
He
Yes.
actually, he does have a
Luckily,
tablet.
I have a
Amazingly enough, this
bags.
tablet seems to belong to a maintenance chief, and the current page open on it is the reboot sequence for the power systems on board the vessels.
Give me
Let's
one
listen.
moment. Beep boop bop bop beep beep boop bop bop bop.
What is the
bop.
sequence on there? You're going to need to find whoever you're supposed to put
What
it
are you
into.
bebop booping?
Looks like he
she's
took a
poking at
manual with him to
cord.
turn things on down here.
I know how to get the power on.
Oh? So you don't want the train? Nope. Okay, good. Hop two.
I didn't say I would do it. I said I know how.
How? Oh, we read that thing that you're holding?
Yes.
Take a
Master
look at that
Sergeant, you
pad.
can understand the agent?
I thought I was the only one.
I don't think she's Asian.
You've quite a bit of technical experience. Do you want to take a look at that pad yourself?
Sure, yes, I would like to. Thank you.
It does. It's like straight out of the manual. It's the user's manual of how to boot up this the power system on board the ship if it fails.
Is there...
Like somebody
Is
went through
anybody
all the
else
trouble
gonna
of
question this
getting the
murder,
user
or
manual out of the maintenance
just me?
chief's quarters or wherever he keeps it and dragged it all the way down here and got stabbed to death.
Like you
have
hear
no
like
idea who
several
this person
pops.
is.
No, but the person, his ID is
Don't
he was
worry,
putting
I
on a
can
maintenance
reset
chief.
that.
He was just a maintenance guy.
Okay.
You're welcome. Now get the power on.
Where is that airlock?
Hey there, murderer friends. Woo.
Well,
No power! No power! Don't turn the power on! Don't turn the power on! Don't turn the power on!
Wait, hold on.
I don't think the young stabbing person wants us to turn the power off. for some
Yeah,
reason.
murder, calm down now. Why don't you want the power on, and why
come.
did you murder them?
You turn the power on, they'll come. You turn the power on, they'll come.
Who's
Who's gonna
they?
come?
They crawl. They crawl.
They crawl.
Oh, good.
Okay, cool.
I was wondering when we would find this hysterical surviving victim.
Now, friend, what crawls? And I'm gonna need a lot more details.
The things that are gonna get us. They're coming. You turn the power on, they're coming.
Hey,
You turn
Agent,
the power on, they're coming.
Details.
Can you maybe just pull it all out of his brain?
Possibly, but maybe we should sedate the man first so he stops
Yes,
freaking out.
A little bit of
Give me a medicine
I
check.
shake him a little
Well,
bit.
you guys,
Oh,
you have
no.
you have to come a little bit closer,
Give
right?
me a medicine test.
So that's a
Am I
no?
close? Okay.
I
He's
will.
telling me
I
to,
think
so I
maybe-
must
Do
be
not
okay.
sedate that man!
Why not?
Because if he falls asleep,
Well, let's just make him high.
It's not like he's gonna tell us much more than incoherent babbling at this point.
I think he will.
so you're telling me it's easier to read his mind if he's sedated?
I just meant calm down.
It's a yes
Yeah.
or no question, Agent.
I'll try first
Persuade.
while he is in this state.
And suddenly she's stuck.
It's hard. It's very powerful coming from us. It's very powerful.
Now, once I get back, I do hear our men Julep calling my name.
There we go.
That's an 8.
An 8 is enough to get a raise. You get a brief image of him stabbing that gentleman repeatedly. Apparently that guy was trying to turn the power back on, and so he killed him.
Coolio. Cool.
And other than that, you get a whole lot of fear and a brief image of him like running through hallways and shutting doors behind him.
Is
And
it?
like people trying to follow him and him just like closing doors in their face and leaving them to die.
Oh my fucking god.
I will tell all of you that,
Yes.
what I saw.
So,
Can you find out his
murderer.
name?
Or which direction he was running from?
And
I
who he
want to
was?
know about these crawly things. Tell me more about the crawly things. Do they
What
look
state
not
does-
human?
I have
Are
given
they
you all the
human?
information she can get. Anything else he has is incoherent rambling. At the
Okay,
same
okay.
time.
So like me asking him this, he's
Gets
just
the exact
more
same
rambling?
responses, more and more of it.
And even
They
if I do
crawl.
another mind read, it'll be the
you,
same?
You can't do it multiple times with the same victim.
Okay,
Your result is your result.
gotcha.
What state is this poor guy in?
He is wounded. His injuries seem to be small, minor physical ones, like he was in a little bit of an altercation. They look like defensive wounds, like maybe somebody tried to stop him from hurting them.
Okay, I try to get this guy in a little bit of a better condition. So that would be
And he's covered in his own filth.
well, not much to do
That's-
about that.
You do.
Anyone have
smell
baby wipes?
disgusting. Thank
I
God
mean,
I,
I've
have
got
this
like
suit
tiny
on.
alcohol swabs. But it doesn't really do much.
I don't
for-
think that'll be good enough.
So I roll a
Medicine.
D8
Yep.
for medicine, and then
A
with the
D6, yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, 9. Heck yeah.
You're able to give him a proper dose of sedative, where it's enough for it to not knock him out, but enough to at least get him to stop struggling and rambling, and he's just kind of compliant but non-responsive.
Okay, good. I feel a little bit better about.
You can,
Okay.
just set him down and he just
Yeah.
sits there. And if you want him to get up, you pull on his arm and he gets up.
Yeah,
But
and
that's about all the response you get out of him. He's rather catatonic.
Okay, and I imagine he's.
I mean, I feel like the best course of action right now is to bring him with us.
He is a survivor.
Exactly.
yeah.
And,
We
he,
should probably-
and he actually knows the situation. He knows what's going on.
And I don't want to leave a patient behind.
We should probably restrain him as he did murder a man.
He
Yes.
is a bona fide murder man.
Yes, he is.
Thank you.
Um,
Came up with
Fied
that one
murder
myself.
man.
Define murder man, man that murders. Got you right there.
I
Got
just
it in
like
one.
the
Well,
statement.
now that
Bona
he's-
fide murder man.
Now that he's
Fine,
sedated,
man.
do we think it is in our best interest to turn the power back on?
He
It's-
said they'll come.
It doesn't matter. We need to get the power on, or thousands are gonna die.
Yeah.
It's either worst case scenario, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of us die.
That's
or,
true. I mean,
yeah,
if
that's
anything
it.
that was alive on this ship is dead at this point.
Yeah.
Well, there
We
might
have
be
to-
more.
It's either the
Like
6 of
how?
us die,
Right,
or
but I mean, like-
thousands die.
Right, I
Worst
mean-
case scenario, you know? I'm just saying.
We need to turn the power on to redirect this ship.
We do. We have to turn the power on even if they come.
Once we get the power on, we'll have a better sense of what's actually on the ship.
I bet
Well,
the
well,
scanners will be hopping.
The only thing I'm worried about is the iridium right now. What exactly are we going to do with that? Do we take it back to our ship?
Yes.
So should we have someone?
There's no way your cutter could hold the millions of tons of
No.
iridium
Where
on
was
board a
this
vessel
ship
this size.
originally going?
To your station, but it would be docking as opposed to just crashing into it.
Right. So we just make it dock.
We'd have to
So-
fly the ship, and
Yeah.
I'm not a pilot, unless we get one of the pilots from our ship to do it.
Right.
I'm definitely not a pilot.
I could probably figure it out.
That's even more terrifying than any of your answers.
I mean, assuming we take care of the whatever alien problem, so that it doesn't take over the space station.
Quick learner.
I don't think there is such a thing as aliens, but it's probably just more
11
catatonic,
two-packs.
stressed out people.
I think maybe they're really big rats, because he said they crawl, so that might be a thing. But I think I'm gonna do what I can to turn this power on. And I think we can start working our way to the bridge, and then leave. Maybe radio one of our people from the other ship to come on and help us pilot this thing.
Quarantine, I think, is also a very good idea.
We don't know. This guy might be fracking crazy.
He might be very crazy, but I'm just saying, we were worried about a little blood earlier. This guy's saying crawling things are happening.
Yeah, but
he
he
literally
was the-
stabbed the guy, so
He's
the
the
power
one
wouldn't
that
get
killed the
turned on.
guy.
Yeah, but there are thousands of other people, and we haven't seen anyone. I don't think one guy can kill thousands of people
We haven't gotten to any
that
other
quickly.
part of the ship
you know.
yet.
Yeah, we're just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Quarantine
you've
might be a good
seen-
idea, but yeah.
Space
Muppet
termites.
Baby's gone bad.
Space spiders.
Our best course of action would be to turn the ship on, because then we can use the lifts, which will make us be able to go between levels much more quickly.
Yeah.
But it might not be the worst idea for someone to stay in engineering. But if we say,
Well, to
Turn
turn the
it
power
off.
back on, you're going to have to be in engineering. To
Right,
turn
right,
the
but-
power back on, someone is going to have to reset the reactors while someone else is ready to throw the circuits back on. So you're going to have to find a way to be in two places at once.
Spock.
Or split up.
yeah, we're gonna have to, because someone's gonna have to be here to turn on, and then the other person do the other stuff. I'm suggesting someone stays
And
down here in case everything does go to crap
Anybody can
upstairs,
throw
so
the
you can just turn it
reactors,
off.
but to turn the stuff back on requires either somebody who's good enough to follow that little pad perfectly step by step,
is me.
or you do it because you already know how to do this kind of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could maybe let somebody else try and follow the pad, but they might not know what those instructions mean. You know what every single
Oh,
one of
God.
them means.
I think. I mean, I'll stay down here then.
I mean, let's get it on first, and make
Let's
sure that
get it on.
when you turn it on.
Sorry.
I mean,
That
I
was-
like you guys.
I believe that was Cars 2 and 3 in an entirely different show.
Can you make sure that all the doors to the engineering are secure, so that if it does come on and we suddenly get attacked, at least we're all, then it can't get through. We're not
That would
leaving a
take an
door open.
extensive amount of time to locate all of the doors to the engineering deck.
There are so
Let's
many.
do it.
This
is
is a
massive.
big engineer. We don't have the time. We've already wasted it trying to find
So
somebody.
yeah, you could
and
hunt around and then try and find ways to make the doors not open, and then what happens when you need to open them?
Exactly.
I just meant for. All right, fine.
I like what you're saying. I think one of us staying in the engineering room while everybody goes upstairs is gonna die.
Getting ahead of yourselves.
Yeah, we're getting ahead of ourselves there.
Okay.
But
Fine.
if you,
I forgot. I'm not the Marine. I have no good ideas. You guys take the lead.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you might die.
Getting ahead of yourself.
Anyway, what's the other thing we need? Because we need to. You need to follow the pad.
Yes.
What's the other secondary?
Someone needs to reset the reactors.
How do we reset the reactors?
You
Well,
flip a switch.
engineering is 3 connected decks. It's all the way down the bottom. You're within shouting distance, but it's you can't be in 2 places at once. It's just
Yeah.
impossible for her.
Yeah, but is it
So I
just a
can
switch or is this like you gotta
It's
push
just a
something?
Yeah, but basically you're gonna have to reset a series of switches down below and time them to do them exactly when she needs them done.
Well, we're all connected in our heads.
Yes, that it shouldn't be that difficult, other than she can't run all the flights of
and down.
stairs
Right,
back
so
and forth
you
fast
go one
enough.
place and you be in the other. It's not rocket science.
I can do that if that's what the sergeant wants.
Yep. Staff Sergeant,
Alright.
thank you.
Sorry, Staff Sergeant. Sir.
While you guys get the power on, I'm going to pee.
Smart.
All right, you head down and get to those first sets of reactors downstairs.
Perfect.
You throw the first one. Wow, give me the repair roll for getting the power systems back up online.
Okay.
Excellently done. Some of the lights flicker and some of the orange running lights start to turn on.
Okay.
You're getting some of the power up. You throw the second switch. Give me your second repair roll. You hear it hum and several of the reactors kick on and some of the lights start to brighten as the power starts to spread to the facility. And you can hear the turbines and the engines starting to turn as they're getting up to speed.
Okay.
Then you throw the last switch and one more final repair roll, please.
Okay.
Again, we throw it +2 because you have the tool. Oh, wow, it
Ooh.
explodes. It is excellently
Duplo.
done. You skip the entire last step and just throw it right on to full power. Just through. The lights all turn on and illuminates everything really bright, really fast. And right as it does,
Yeah,
it's about 9 foot long thing that was curled around the little turbine that you just turned on.
Yeah, I
Very
knew
centipede detaches and attacks you.
What?
Whoa! I had my
You're the
sword
victim of
ready.
a jump scare, buddy.
Yes! I knew it would happen. I knew. I was ready. I
you
had my
were
sword
ready.
at the ready.
Okay.
I was like,
You were ready.
Oh, and it is not even close because you're at the ready. I'm gonna let Doyle come back before we do some initiative.
Okay, I'll be back.
Oh.
They are
about
gonna
to
come back.
slice
I might have
this
scared them
thing
off
up.
for good.
anybody like sashimi? I heard it's this thing.
I have
called
no
sushi.
idea
I
where
heard
the
about
Doyles
it
went.
once.
I'll be right back.
I think I've scared everyone off from the table.
No, that's not it.
I've been waiting.
They're so scared that they all have to go pee. They're just like, let them
Dun dun dun.
terror.
And I thought Toyland was scary. Ah, I'm getting coffee.
Yen coffee.
This is a show I can actually walk
No,
away from the table
I'm here.
and get coffee.
Nice. Okay. So
This is one.
Hi,
This is
howdy.
the Paladin show, everyone. Sky and Paladin.
I haven't had one of these since
hi. I'm Paladin. I'm very happy to be back on ZOE game night. I love being here. I'm very happy that I get to play some Savage Worlds because I actually got first introduced to this group of people with James, Christian, and Maggie through my friend Ethan, and we were playing a Savage Worlds Rift games. And this person, my character, is a lot kind of like the character I was playing in that, which was a dual-wielding, pistol-shooting dwarf, which I have 2 fists, so I could also do that, but I'm going with the sword route this time. But to talk about other things, I recently went through and binged all of Journey Quest, since we are talking about Journey Quest.
Journey Quest?
Yes. And I went through, binged all of it. I loved it. It was very good. And do you know how much longer we have on that Kickstarter there?
Like a long time.
Like
but
a long time.
Here's the thing: is that there's stretch goals.
There's a lot of stretch goals, a lot of
And,
bonus content you can get.
Yeah, but a lot of time is one, you can get other people involved, have them over, force them to watch Journey Quest. They'll love it.
It's a great idea.
But the sooner we make our goal, the better. Because I mean, yeah, we can do stretch goals, and also it's like, cool, this is happening,
Yeah.
and it's not the last day, and everyone's biting their fingernails.
Do the
Right.
Good Omens thing.
Oh yeah, watch
Oh
Good
yeah,
Omens,
yeah.
then watch
This is
Journey
another
Quest.
thing a couple of us have been doing, which is watching Good Omens on Amazon Prime, and then right after watching it, immediately watching Journey Quest on Amazon
vice
Prime,
versa.
or vice versa, because then we're hoping that the Amazon algorithm gods
No.
pair the two together.
We're not hoping. We have proof
We have proof
that this is happening.
that this is happening.
The algorithms have spoken.
Thousands more people are watching Journey Quest now than were before we
Yeah,
started.
once I
That's
finished
fantastic.
Journey
That's
Quest, the first thing that
awesome.
was requested to me was Good Omens.
Excellent. So
Yeah,
that's
as
a
well,
great.
as well as going postal, which I absolutely love. So
Yeah. I don't know. Who is your favorite character, other than
Yeah.
the spoiler alert?
Oh, my favorite. Well, I'm biased because I like Perf.
Perf is a good
Of course
character.
you
I
do.
really like Perf.
I'm
I
really
love.
sorry. It's lame. but
I
do.
felt the spell that he had been working on for so long was very charming, and
I loved it.
it was very charming, very useful in a combat situation, as we
Yeah.
saw.
It was a love spell because he's got a big heart.
It's got a big old
Spell
front.
that you were working on this whole time.
I know the fact that she just immediately just didn't go, oh, that's nice, but why? Just
Right.
immediately into the
Yeah, I know.
wrong move, Nara, wrong move.
Wrong move. Yeah.
Right to be upset.
Henley has feelings.
Caro is now dead.
Oh my god.
Like Carol.
Just well shit. Yeah, no, just the turning around, just like, fuck. How, come on, crawl, man, crawl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Where'd
yeah,
you get water from?
one of my new
Water.
fav shows.
More water.
Hot water. It's from the Keurig.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
in coffee.
coffee.
Oh.
Oh, is
That's
that
what it's
for?
trying-
Yeah,
that's what
I
I was
would
trying
love
to do.
coffee. I haven't had good coffee in a very long time.
I love Journey Quest.
Journey Quest is awesome.
It's very good. It's very good.
If
I
you
love
like
Perf.
like
Perf is
anything that
great.
Terry Pratchett did,
Yeah.
you're probably gonna like
Yeah.
Journey Quest.
I don't know. I know he's not the best, but I love everything about Glorian's character. Oh my gosh, I love everything about Glorian's character.
Lorian makes me very
To
happy.
sing my praises.
And it only gets better. As someone who may or may not have had talks with Matt Vansel about what happens, there's a lot to look forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
If Journey Quest, if I'm not mistaken, okay, don't quote me, all right? Look, but if I'm not mistaken, if Journey Quest 4 goes through, the scenes from 3.5 that if you didn't back 3.5, you haven't seen 3.5. But the scenes that we filmed for 3.5, they're supposed to be in 4, will come out with season 4. So it's almost like getting double.
Again, bonus content,
Bonus
bonus content.
content.
Gotta hop up on that Kickstarter.
Okay.
I think so. So yeah. I will.
Yeah,
No,
talking about Journey Quest.
just
It's a lot
every-
of fun
Yeah.
stuff to talk about.
Season 1 of Journey Quest, honestly, I think is one of my favorites. Mainly just because. Wait, no, is it season 1 or season 2 that Glorian goes through the entire dungeon?
I thought
Does
it
he
was
make
season 2 that he will go through the entire dungeon.
Yeah, no,
I think.
season 2 I like specifically for all of that bit. Just sees like, oh my god. He's doing everything so well. Wow.
When you drive the dungeon master to train.
Yep.
Like,
Onward!
oh man.
It is.
I love the
I have no idea what that's possibly like.
Oh yeah.
I love the room full of reformed villains.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like we can be above, and he's like, ah, evildoers!
Poor guy.
Honor awaits.
Poor guy's never had a chance.
Everyone
Stab.
loves Glorian.
Glorian's my favorite.
He is.
And I do believe the answer is a dragon. Specifically that
Oh
pause.
yeah, our riddle.
Oh my goodness, I heard the riddle. I'm trying to figure out.
I don't remember it.
And,
I
but I
think
also
it's a
believe
needle.
that now having watched it, the answer to last one's
I know.
also should have been, isn't it a dragon? Are you sure?
Okay, what are-
Shouldn't that be the answer to all of them?
all
Yeah.
of them?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
no matter what it
Same riddle?
is?
Yeah. Unless it's something substantial, then it's like, oh, my glorious amounts of honor.
Oh yeah, for honor. You should answer one of the riddles with just honor. That would probably that's a Glorian answer that would win.
Or just
really
in
hard
quotes,
answer.
all caps, onward.
Onward!
Onward!
The biggest laugh I got out of it is the sort of fighting's everywhere.
Oh, yeah,
hate the sort
yeah.
of fighting so
What
much.
a power couple though.
They are, they really are a power couple. When you think about it. They are a power couple.
What's a power couple?
So the sort of fighting in Glorian. They're kind of a power couple.
They're meant to be together, sadly. They seem like they should be together.
Oh,
Yeah.
he was very happy when
Yeah.
So I know that we did not accomplish a lot, but I'm not feeling particularly well, so it was all right. I would like to finish where we're at for
That's
now.
fine,
and come back
Yeah,
to
no,
this.
that sounds good to me.
Let's do it.
I apologize for that, but
That is fine.
Perfect.
I've been dealing with some stuff today, and
It's all good. It's just game night.
Yeah, we'll be back.
We'll be back.
it was highly entertaining and a great distraction from the things that I was dealing with today, and I really appreciate that from you guys.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Thank
glad
you
I
guys
could
for
help you out, man.
joining us.
Thank you so much for joining.
Also, it is after 8, so like.
You guys were hysterical. I mean, it was ridiculous. From the beginning, from character swapping to the constant yelling, it was absolutely fantastic. I love playing with these people. I really, really do. They are so much fun.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
These were kind of one-dimensional characters, but a lot of this is it's
Not
purposefully
anymore.
is purposefully done in we're training people at a game system at the moment for some stuff we're working on in secret, and I want them to be really good at this particular game system when we get there.
All right. Cool.
All right.
Well, thanks
Anyway,
for joining
we love
us,
you guys all.
Thank
Make
you.
sure you come in for Death from Above this Saturday. It is the last
The last.
of this season of Death from Above.
Right.
It is the last episode of
Then
it.
you'll have to wait a month or 2 for the next season.
And Monday, there's a really, really special episode of Metaverse with a really, really special guest on it. You don't want to miss that.
I don't even know who the special guest is.
An extremely
important.
You do.
special guest. Yep, it's gonna be great.
I don't even know.
I can't even.
It is killing me.
We got some great stuff coming from, and
They're super excited.
I'm excited for all of it. I love you guys. Thank you very much for being with us and watching and joining us. Have a good night, and we will catch you soon.
DFA finale, it's gonna be like 10 people in here. It's gonna be
The
crazy.
DFA finale is insane.
Yeah.
There are 10 cast members in the DFA finale this Saturday, guys.
Yeah, if you like
10.
the cast of Metaverse this Monday with everybody in the big, it's gonna be even bigger.
It's gonna be huge.
Welcome to.
It is as
Grand
though
Room.
someone
I know,
decided that
right?
they had to one-up the Metaverse episode I did on Monday.
Good luck. Good luck, because that Metaverse episode kicked booty.
It sure did.
Powerful.
It was so good.
It was amazing.
Yes,
All right.
10 people. It's going to be insane. You don't want to miss it. It's chaos and wildness and a bloodbath and death, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic.
Should be wildin'. Absolutely
Lots of dice, lots of
wildin'.
craziness, clans, spheroids, you name it. Love you guys. See you next time.
Scanner. Are anybody scanners picking these guys up? This is weird.